Hello my dears, welcome to my channel. This is Victoria and I'm here with a daily energy check. Today we will do a quick check-in for divine masculines. We will see what's going on in their energy space and what kind of action they're taking at the end. Of course, we'll get some messages from masculines to feminines. And by the way, if you are a DM watching, do not think that this part doesn't really mean anything to you, because that's basically the energy that you're sending. That's the message you're sending to your DF. You know, this is giving you more information on how it comes off, right? What kind of vibe you're exuding right now. And also gives, you know, if you are not big on the inner work, or at least not right now, it's giving you some new insights on what to focus on, what to work on. Because even if you're not thinking, not focusing on those topics consciously, it means that they are still important to you subconsciously, right? They're still driving your behavior in some way. So why not focus on those and make sure that you are in control and you're not the victim of your patterns and instincts. Okay, let me just move my microphone a little bit closer so you guys can hear me. Okay, so yeah, let's get started right away. Hope you enjoyed my last video from the beach. I'll try to do more of those, I promise you. And I found a really great space for it last time, so I'm really happy about it. Okay, so first we'll get a card actually for each of the twins, and we'll start with the Divine Feminines watching. This is my Whispers of the Ocean deck. So let's get a card for Divine Feminine first of all. Where you need to be, number 26. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcomes for all involved. Acknowledge and release. That's what I would add, the release part, right? Basically, what is it called? What's the saying? Let it go and let God, right? So this is for the faith. To basically, this is a confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be, and the universe has got your back. Okay, let's see what we have for Divine Masculines. And by the way, a quick reminder, I am doing my workshop, astrology workshop, a week from now. It's going to be on the 29th of January. The information is on my website. I'll put a link in the comment so you guys can check it out. If you have any questions at all about it, let me know. You can just post it in the comments to this video, or you can email me in any way you like. I will be gladly responding to those, and I'll probably do a promo video with a little bit more insight into why this is something that is worth taking on. I was a little bit, I wasn't sure whether this is the right time for a few different personal reasons, but I did get a confirmation today that yes, this is the right time. So I am doing it, and be sure to check it out. It is, it's not for free, but if you have been to my personal astrology webinar in December, then you definitely will get a discount. So message me about that, and yeah, I'll send you the promo code for the discount. Okay, so for the masculines, we've got surrounded by prosperity. Number 30. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. Universe is eternally abundant, right? There's enough for everyone. And basically this is saying, basically this is saying, yes, there is enough to go around. And I like how this turtle, I don't know if you can notice, but it's actually a big turtle that's surrounded by this yellow fish, right? So, and what I would also say as a reader, I'm also noticing this is the fish that's actually pretty popular, pretty widespread in the area where I'm at right now in Hawaii. And you know, sometimes you see this kind of fish so often that you stop noticing it, and you're like, like it's not a big deal for you anymore. And sometimes that's where the true treasure lies, right in front of us. We just don't notice it. We don't notice necessarily the opportunities. If they don't look like something we're looking for, we may miss them. So something to pay attention to, my dear divine masculine, because the card says that you're surrounded by prosperity. All right, let's get into tarot. Let's see what we have for the energy space, your DMs. The Empress, nice. Please clarify. Four of Cups in reverse, got it. And what about the 3D space? What do we have for 3D space? 3 of Wands in reverse. Ooh, that's a lot, but we'll take them all. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Yeah, a lot of karmic unfoldings, that's what I'm seeing here. Very interesting. And I'm also being drawn to the connection between the Empress and the new moon energy. That's that inception point, the start of a new cycle. And also remember we spoke when I did my new moon reading, we spoke about innovation, right? That's the Aquarius season for you, creating something brand new, something unique, right? And the Empress energy is actually, although it's not Aquarius, it's Taurus and Libra energy, but it's very much on a similar vibe to that, right? It's the energy of creation. And yes, part of it is divine masculines noticing how creative, abundant the divine feminine is. But most importantly, this is them tapping into their divine feminine energy, being able to do that with this new moon in Aquarius, right? And being able to see that those things that were not answered or that didn't get traction, that they tried pursuing and didn't pan out, that was not theirs in the first place, right? It's like letting those pass by because there's so much more abundance to go around, right? And there are lots of ideas. And yes, DF, either through 3D communication or even telepathically, is sending encouraging energy, right? I don't want to say pushing because it's not really the vibe, but it's kind of like that stimuli that's being sent through, you know, like electric current kind of, that's, you know, that's not powerful enough to hurt, but it's powerful enough to be noticed, right? Like, yes. Okay, what do we have here? So we started with 3 of Wands in reverse. So lack of specific intention is causing the masculine to sort of like spin in circles and overwork. They're starting to see that. That's the important part. They don't want to do this anymore. That's where 10 of, and you see in this deck, they are dropping the 10 of Wands, right? They're like, that's working too hard, shouldn't be that hard. And that's the truth, really. That's the moment of truth. It shouldn't be that hard. I must be doing something wrong. I need to change the pattern. I need to change to break the cycle, and I'm hearing, and change the habit even, right? So for example, you have 3 of Cups here, other people could be involved, right? Maybe they're giving their energy to other people who don't really appreciate it and just take advantage of it, right? Maybe they're not wisely spending their time. Or instead of, you know, like with the 8 of Pentacles here, instead of working on the strategy or improving the tools or communication channels that they work through, they just put in more hours, but it's not really bringing the good enough result. They're getting exhausted, but it's not rewarded. You know, like there is this challenge. I'm not saying that it's solved, it's not solved, but that's the question in the air of what the innovation should be. There's a clear connection here between 3D and 5D, right? And kind of a push towards this new creative energy and the dilemma, the problem statement. Like, I'm getting exhausted, I'm getting pushed around maybe, and I don't want to do this anymore, like that. Like, seriously, that's not okay. All right, let's see what kind of messages we have from DMs to DMs while they're figuring this out. It's one of those classic patterns where DMs are diving into work. Like, nope, this is too intense, I'm gonna focus on work. It's kind of that vibe, but not in the same manner. It's definitely the more ascended energy that I'm getting, with knowing that there must be a better way. And they're the ones that need to figure it out. And notice that the 3D space, we only have minor arcanas here, so that's prompting that this is in their own hands. Okay, we can get maybe one more card. Apologies for the noise, have other people around. Okay, so we have, I'm sorry that I lied to you and I never meant to hurt you. Yeah, so actually it's interesting. What I'm getting here additionally is that DM is actually noticing that because they've been overworking themselves and kind of spinning in circles, that they've overlooked important people in their life, including DF. You may not be the only one, but you're definitely part of that equation, where they were like, well, I was giving energy to these people who don't even appreciate it, or they had their own agenda. They didn't even have my you know, my good in their, you know, my, whatever, my happiness in mind, right? They had their own agenda that had nothing to do with me. And I was giving energy to them instead of giving it to people who really mattered, who were there for me, who were supporting me and cheering me on, right? And I'm sorry that I lied to you. To me, that's also like this revelation about how much more space we actually have for capacity for giving ourselves. When we don't waste our energy, then we have a lot more capacity to give. And it doesn't have to be like limited to like my partner and maybe like, I don't know, my closest couple of friends and family members, right? We have capacity for a lot more. And there is space there for each other, even if we're not in a formal relationships. Most of the twins aren't anyway, right? If it's friendship, it's not necessarily the first kind of closest circle of friends officially, right? But that's where, that's the insight really. That doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't really matter. I never meant to hurt you. Yeah. Somebody needed to hear that's your confirmation that, I mean, we know that, right? Not to take things personally. But this is another, I'm almost hearing them cried out loud. Almost howling in the night. Because they feel the pain that they've caused you when they did or said whatever they did or said that hurt you. They realize now how hurtful that was. And that's why this comes full circle to them. And that's why they wanted you to know this. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. And as I'm finishing the reading, the sun has set. I love you guys, and I'll be back for more readings very, very soon. Love you.